Good morning and welcome to all our listeners. Annetjie, baie welkom. Dis ons hoeveelste ronde en ek het nou gedink, I thought about something, Annetjie. We need to bounce this around. I think we need a jingle. Some sort of a jingle that just says, poop, 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 so that we can have something that gives us a reference point. But thank you very much for organizing, and thank you for making the appointments and taking the lead with this. And then from my side, Cheryll Collins, I'm involved with the care unit, and it's my privilege to welcome Cheryll van Zyl, our guest for today. Cheryll, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you that you agreed to come and just visit and spend some time with Annetjie and myself and all people who might be listening in the future to this recording.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure. And thank you for inviting me.
No, it really is. And I just want to answer your question. You asked about the platform, the podcast platform.
Yes.
It's called All Things Groenkloof. In Afrikaans, Alle Dinge Groenkloof. And we foresee that we're dealing with interesting topics that relate to the Groenkloof community.
Okay.
So in that sense, yes, also interesting personalities, if we are able to set up an interview like we're doing today. And then, we see that this will become available to our Groenkloof community and for them to be aware of one another and just to have access to some interesting information.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
By way of invitation, it's always good when Annetjie briefs me. So I'm just going to say one or two lines with regard to the introduction. You are currently living in the Glen.
Correct.
And in terms of the community, you are central. And I think if I had to write this, I would have said in so many instances, you would be a go-to person in my vocabulary, because whenever I ask something, they say, go to Cheryll. Oh. So that's the way I refer to you. Okay. But then again, we are going to chat a little later with regard to some of the projects. I know that you are involved with some of the foundation's projects. We will touch on that.
Okay.
But from my side, I just want to ask you, before Groenkloof,
yes,
leading into your current situation, where were you staying? Johan and yourself, I presume,
yes.
Where were you staying?
We were living in Port Elizabeth.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I was born in East London and moved to Port Elizabeth to join Johan when I was 40 odd.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. So we lived in Port Elizabeth and back to East London and back to Port Elizabeth. During our career, we both worked at Eskom.
Right.
Yeah, so that's basically where I come from. Eastern Capers.
Eastern Capers. Well, I think, right there you'll have some people in the community who would be able to identify with that.
I'm sure.
Okay, and if I may ask, how did you become aware of Groenkloof?
We weren't aware of Groenkloof until we got to George. Well, basically, we were living in a caravan at Glentana, and we wanted to move into a retirement place. So we first tried Knysna, and we thought, no, Knysna is no good for us. And then we tried Sedgefield, no good for us. So then somebody said, George. I said, come to George. But now where are we going to live? Where are we going to stay? We definitely wanted a retirement place where there's frail care, all that kind of stuff, good security, whatever.
Yes.
And then we went to Blue Mountain, and one of Johan's cousins said, have you tried Groenkloof? We said, what? Don't know that place at all. Where is it? So they told us.
Wow.
And then we came here and had a look, and I think we had a meeting with Louis. And he showed us around, and we just knew that was it.
Yeah. What can you remember? What spoke to you as you started moving around with Louis? What was the impression that actually stuck with you?
At that stage, because I'm talking about over 8 years ago, all that was here was basically the village, and only half of it. Yeah. The top section. I think they were still busy with this building. But everything looked so nice and neat, and it just looked right, and it felt right.
Yes.
There was something about it.
Yes.
I don't know what it was.
Yes.
So then we thought, okay, we'll have a houseboat here.
And then when you moved in, no paving, the roads were still dirt roads.
Dirt road.
With the dust.
Absolutely.
That was included.
And the rain and the mud and the fun. No. But it was actually interesting to see how things developed from that basically scratch to what it is now. No, it's been amazing.
Well, I think it's exciting because that chapter lent itself to so many people, experiencing that, becoming part of something bigger.
Yes.
And I like the way you describe it. There's a unique identification. You felt this might be home.
This was it. I can't actually pinpoint anything. I don't know if it was a feeling or what it was, but we both agreed at the time. This is where we're going to be. Yeah.
Cheryl, tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Where did you grow up?
In East London. Okay. My mom and dad, don't hold this against me, were first cousins.
Okay.
But they had permission to have kids.
Right.
I don't know how they knew about in those days. But anyway, so they had 4 children. I'm the eldest, and we're all girls.
Okay.
We had a very happy childhood, really happy. Mom and dad were both busy people, but loving people, and they paid a lot of attention to us, and they nurtured us and encouraged us and all that. So happy childhood.
So I presume your schooling, everything took place in East London?
East London, yes. Okay. And he left there for the first time when I was 40.
Oh, man, yeah. Then you know it inside out. So tell me, after school, what did you pursue? What was your interest?
After school, when I was in standard 8, which is now grade 10, I think, I wanted to be a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
And then I heard about you have to study for so many years. And I thought, no, I've had enough of studying. I'm going to leave school. I left school when I was in standard 8.
Enough studying, great. I like that. You made up your mind.
I made up my mind. No. And I'm actually thankful now that I did what I did.
Okay.
No, so then I did admin work.
Okay. All
my working career. And then round about 1976, I think it was, I got introduced to Eskom, and I worked there for 20 odd years.
Wow.
Before I retired.
Yeah. That's a major chapter in your life.
It was.
And that's where you met Johan.
That's where I met Johan. Yeah. Okay. He was in charge of RT, and we were just friends. Yeah. And then friends grew into better friends.
Okay, we'll take your word for it. Yeah, no, that's marvelous. And currently, you just mentioned that you've been here, 7-8 years?
8 years.
Okay.
8 years in June, yeah.
So you pretty much saw the whole Homeowners Association phase coming into play.
Yes.
I know that Johan currently is the chairperson for the Glen.
Yeah, they called it something else. I think they called it the forum or something before the HOA actually. And I was actually in that as well. I was the secretary.
Yes, marvelous. I think it's the communication committee or something that precedes the official Homeowners Association.
Yes.
Yeah, marvelous. And currently, in terms of supporting Johan in his position, does it take a lot of effort from you to because he is pretty busy?
He is busy. No, it doesn't really take much effort from me because him and I have got a fantastic relationship, and we always encourage one another. And so I'm always there for him and behind him and what have you. You know, and I'm very proud of him because he's doing exceptionally well. He has all his life. He's been one of those kind of people.
Yeah. When he goes for a thing, he just throws himself in it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. All in.
Yeah.
When he worked at Eskom, I used to call him Mr. Eskom. And now I call him Mr.
Marvelous. And because the thing is, the way that I experience you is that you give back to the community.
Yes.
So that's just your heart.
Yes.
Anybody that actually influenced you in that way, growing up or later on, role models?
Probably my mom and dad. Especially my mother, I would think, because she was always involved in helping others, doing things for other people. She she would see a poor person on the street and say, "Come inside and let me give you a cup of coffee," or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think she was my biggest role model.
Yeah.
But then we wanted to move away from PE, and then when we discovered about George, and we said, actually we prayed about it, Johan and I, and we said, what do you want us to do here? Because we know nobody except cousins.
Yeah. Wow. You know? So clear territory. You're moving in. It's just the two of you.
Yes.
And you'll have to meet new people. That's what you're saying.
Yes. And what do we do with ourselves? We can't sit and fiddle our thumbs and, you know.
The reason why I'm laughing is that, I mean, looking back, I know how busy you are, and both you and Johan.
Yes.
So I'm smiling when I think, you know, when you ask, what are we going to be doing? And then I look back and say, 8 years later.
Yeah. It came on slowly but surely.
Oh, magic. But the thing is, I actually want to touch on something because you are involved with the Groenkloof Foundation.
Yes.
And in that sense, yes, you coordinate, you are involved with the medical
equipment. Yeah.
Just tell us a little about that. How does it work? Your involvement.
Okay. First of all, Johan asked me to put out a message to everybody and asking for somebody who will be the librarian of this medical equipment thing.
Yeah.
So he said I must put out a notice to everybody in the Glen. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. He said, why not? I said, because I want the job.
Beautiful. I volunteer.
So it's been amazing because what we knew about medical equipment was like zilch. Really, it was nothing.
Yeah.
But slowly, as the stuff has been coming in, donated by, I don't know how many people, residents here at Groenkloof, they've been amazing in the different things that they've donated. Most of the stuff is donated.
Yeah.
There's very few things that are lent to us, which I make a special note in my assets register. So, okay, that's loaned by so-and-so. So if they ever want it back again, that's what I do.
Let's just explain, because the people who might be listening to this might not understand. When you refer to the library, it's actually booking in and out.
Yes.
And you have medical equipment on loan.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And that coordination of the need for this, and then the record keeping involved with this lending period.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Yes.
And at this stage, your experience, is it being used?
Oh, definitely. It's almost on a weekly basis, almost. And then I'm talking about either stuff coming in or people wanting to borrow something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 2 or 3 in a week. Sometimes, and then sometimes there's nothing. But it is definitely being used. Yeah. And I've heard a lot of people speaking about it and how fantastic it is that they can borrow these things.
Yes.
You know, that they can't afford to go and buy things.
Yes. And this makes the difference.
It makes a major difference.
Yeah.
In the hospitals, or the medical aid, let's put it that way, the medical aids don't pay for everything. You know, some medical aids pay for nothing, others pay for a portion, whatever. So, the people who can't afford it, or can't get it via their medical aid, this is absolutely perfect.
Huge benefit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge benefit.
Yeah, no.
And the thing is, it's marvelous because the initiative, you know, the foundation saw the gap and they accepted that as a project. And currently, I mean, it's just so good to hear the actual effect that it has.
Yes.
And the benefit for Groenkloof as a community.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we've got over 100 items.
Wow.
You know, so it's working.
That's marvelous. The other thing that I'm curious about, you are involved with some other ladies when it comes to knitting. Do you want to just firstly explain the name of your knitting group? Because that's an interesting one as well.
We call the Vlytige Vingers.
Vlytige Vingers. And you never ever bothered to translate that?
No, that's it. Vlytige Vingers. You know? I mean, majority of people here are Afrikaans.
Yeah.
You know, and so they will understand.
No, let me tell you, the reason why I'm smiling about that is I know that even the the knitting, the products that you produce
Yes.
are not limited to being distributed just in Groenkloof.
No.
So tell us a little about the impact that it has within the bigger George community.
Sure. It's, I would think it's got a very big impact because we are supplying to about 6 different NGOs. Our biggest one at this stage is called the Care Bags, and they actually operated from Knysna. Now there's half of the ladies are in Knysna, other half here in George. So they distribute to the George Hospital, the Knysna Hospital, and a whole lot of other little places where they know there's a need.
What did you call that? It's the product or the care bags.
The care bags.
Okay, just explain that to me. What's involved with the care bags?
Okay, the care bags is you get various size drawstring bags. Okay.
Right.
And inside the drawstring bags are put various articles that this particular NGO decided, okay, we're going to need things for babies, for instance. So mom has come in, she's had a baby, she's got nothing. Wow. So they do put little things in for the baby, they put things in for the mom. Yes. For instance, like a toothbrush and toothpaste and maybe a pen and a notepad or something like that. Different things that the mom would need, a face cloth. Yes. And babies might get booties, beanies, and maybe a little vest or something in a blanket.
If people are interested in getting involved in such an initiative, can they contact you?
They can definitely contact me.
Okay. Annetjie, I think, we probably just we're going to give out the email address towards the end. And the other thing is we have a major contact at the reception with the hub. So in terms of relaying messages, that's also, one of the ways that we can invite people to make contact with you.
Yes.
And speak to you with regard to involvement.
Yes.
Currently, how many members are you with this Vlytige Vingers?
We're a bunch of about 20 odd ladies.
20 odd ladies.
Yeah. We don't all meet. We try and meet once a week on a Tuesday afternoon at the hub house. But not everybody can make it every time, obviously. And there are some that prefer not to meet. They do their thing at home, and then they bring me their goods that they've made.
Marvelous.
There's quite a lot of those ladies.
Yes, yes. Do you have a year-end function?
Yes, we do.
Are people allowed to bring their knitting needles?
Our year-end function is actually a party where I say thank you to the girls.
I thought as much, but it can be very dangerous if you're allowed your knitting needles in there.
No.
Cheryll, no, thank you so much for telling us about that. The other thing that I'm keenly interested in is that it won't take long if people were observing you to realize that you and Johan are in and out of Groenkloof. Every other week you are on a trip somewhere. Tell us a little about that. Tell us about the mode of transport. Your motorhome.
My motorhome.
Does it have a name?
No.
We'll have to ask.
We haven't decided on a name, and we've had it for 4 years.
Wow. But tell us a little about that. It's fascinating to see you guys operate, because from the outside, it's like, my estimation is that you are living the dream.
Yes, we are.
And in that sense, yes, you tour throughout the Southern Cape.
Yes. Yes.
How far, the furthest destination that you've been to with the motorhome?
Natal.
Wow.
Natal and a bit of the Free State, but not too much.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've also forgotten. We went as far as Uppington, and we did the flower tour from Uppington back home again along. Yeah, yes. So that was an amazing.
Oh yes.
Having a motorhome for that is the answer.
Yeah. And how do you get consensus on the destinations
between us?
Yes. Who makes the decision?
Johan, he does the planning. He does the planning, and then he discusses with me, and I'll say, okay, fine. Or what about this? So we discuss it. But he's the main man.
Yeah, fascinating.
He's a travel man.
No, well, let me tell you. I mean, like I said, it seems like you guys are living the dream especially with that. I'm so green with envy. But no, I think it also speaks to your sense of adventure.
Yes.
And the fact that during this chapter of your life, you should not lose touch with that.
Yes.
Doing new things. You want to tell us a little about that in terms of your own rhythm, You are completely involved with the community, but then again, you're also going out and spending time with yourself. How important is socializing to you?
That's a difficult one because I'm okay with being on my own, and I'm okay with socializing. Okay, I'm not a big one on socializing, but when it comes to small things like these trips away from home and things like that, where you meet different people, that to me is fantastic because you learn such a lot from other people. You learn about them. You learn a lot when you actually go on these different trips, and I think that experience alone has built our adventure, if you will call it. Yeah, no, I don't know how else to explain it. But
you belong to a motorhome club?
We do.
So you see some of the same members on perhaps
on a regular
these
basis.
Weekends?
Yeah, about once a month we have been meeting for the last couple of years. This year this coming year we've decided we're going to spend more time with the family than with the motorhome club. But that was just our decision.
Yeah.
You know? The family have been missing out all these years, I think.
Wow.
We need to do something.
The traveling Wilburys, it seems like.
Yeah.
I've got a question. What energizes you?
I don't know. I don't like to sit and do nothing. So I must be busy with something. So maybe just the fact that if you sit, you're going to get old and you're going to lose out on life.
It
basically.
creeps in. Clint Eastwood said, "You never let the old man in."
Old man in, yes.
That's a beautiful one.
That's a lovely one.
So in that sense, yes, it's something that you embrace. Hobbies, anything that you find particularly interesting at this stage of your life?
Yes. I love doing diamond dot painting. You probably haven't heard of it looking at your face.
No, I haven't. You need to explain.
Diamond dot painting is actually a picture with a whole lot of it's a picture made by somebody, okay, and it's been broken up into thousands of tiny little dots, and each dot has got a number on it, and that number refers to a particular color. Okay. And then you get these minute little beads that you've got to pick up. That's that particular color. Say now it's a red and it's number 3. You look for all the number 3s on that picture. You find the red and you put it on, and it eventually comes into a beautiful picture.
Yes.
And then you can frame it or whatever you want. I actually made one with for the motorhome, and it's a picture of the sea and 2 deck chairs and the sand and stuff like that. So as you come into the motorhome, there's my picture.
That's your mind picture right there. Yes. Relaxation.
Right.
Oh, marvelous. Cheryll, thank you ever so much. We are going to conclude. But just before we go, I'm just going to repeat the email address. Now, again, just to invite people who might be listening to this, and even yourself, to suggest some people in our community who you think might be, able to commute some interesting stories and relay some interesting facts. And the other thing is issues that for us as a community. So the invitation is there to send us an email. The email address is the Afrikaans version, alle dinge Groenkloof, one word, alle dinge Groenkloof @groenkloof.net. And from my side, thank you very much, Cheryll, for visiting with us. Send our regards to Johan.
Will do, thank you.
And thank you for being willing to just share with us. I think we look towards our community, and we look to all the interesting people that live in this community and that have worthwhile stories.
Okay.
So in that sense, yes, that's enough for this episode. And Annetjie, bye dankie. Ons as ek sê, ons moet maar kyk na daai jingle jangle ding wat ons dalk kan bysit. Cheryll, if you've got a suggestion for a jingle. Then I'm going to pose a last question just in terms of advice. Any particular thought that you want to leave with the community, the Groenkloof community? Any portion of wisdom that you see that can benefit that people can take away from this podcast?
Okay, I would think that do whatever your heart tells you to do. Don't sit and do nothing, and get involved with other people. Socialize, because that way you're not going to be lonely, and you're going to be happier, and you're going to feel well loved as well.
Excellent. Excellent. And that it sort of encapsulates the whole idea of a relationship. And within Groenkloof, that is already, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is that it's something that one of our previous guests also mentioned. The whole idea about relationship. Groenkloof being equal to relationships.
Yes.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Pleasure.
Have a good day and send our regards to Johan.
Will do.